Alright, you guys, so we are getting a new vet. We're actually here right now. 1 second while we go in. Okay, sorry, we're back. It's still kind of COVID procedures, so we can actually go inside the vet now, but we still have to call to let them know before we go in, because we're trying to still do the social distancing. Anyway, so yeah, so we are getting a new vet, and for reasons I will explain soon. This video might get interrupted because of a call, and so we'll see. You can probably see his little pedometers bleeding a bit. So we'll see what this vet says, and hopefully, since we're physically here, they can actually give us some results. So, but yeah, I will explain why we're getting a new vet as soon as I'm able to sit down and kind of take it easy. But yeah, I've just been very unsatisfied with the vet that we had before, and not for any like one huge reason, just a lot of little reasons that just made me be like, okay, you know what, you guys are doing too much. Oh, we need to go somewhere new. So unfortunately, this vet is further out. But it's with the company that we worked with before. So when I had Paco, we went to this vet. They just have a lot of different franchises, I guess. Not franchises, but a lot of different businesses in different areas. They're still under the same name, but just under a different space. So, so yeah. Anyway, you guys, I am going to... It is actually kind of chilly outside today, you guys. No. Get back in. No. Bad dog. So he decided he was going to jump out, which is not going to work. Poor baby. He's never had to sit with the door open for so long, but to be fair. This is good training. Yeah, that's a pretty face. That's a pretty face. So I actually did a recording of a video that I was supposed to upload before now, letting you guys know things that are going on, but I didn't actually upload it or create it before we had to go, so this will be the only video you guys will see today. It's going to be a bit late, but yeah, so I didn't actually record a video. I did record a video yesterday, explaining what's going down today, but I was just so upset about a couple things that happened. Just services that just been, I mean, with the vet issues, definitely been services that have just been a bit sketchy and just really unsatisfactory, which is why we're looking, sorry, I was watching him, which is why we're getting a new vet. But on top of that, we also had another service. So basically, can I just go in? Sorry, this lady's just going in. Basically, I had another service I was trying to get yesterday besides the vet. Just somebody come out and help scoop poop. And basically what this service did is they came late. And they were here for 20 minutes, and they quote-unquote picked up the yard, but like picked up 25% of the yard. And even the areas that they got, they didn't do a thorough job, and there's still poop everywhere. And then they left and charged me the full price for like if they did the whole yard without actually letting me know why. So naturally I called and was just like, what's going on? And then of course they came with all this other information about, oh, you know, well, the guy said this, down the fourth. I'm like, well, I wasn't made aware of that. It's what's kind of equally annoying is the fact that they actually submitted this inspection report after they're done, and the inspection report literally said just clean the backyard only. And didn't actually give me other information as to why they didn't clean the rest of the yard. Turns out the guy felt like the grass was too long, and that the yard was just too big, and so he decided not to pick up the whole yard. So I was just very upset. Like, it was like, you tell me that before you charge me. So they're going to give me a bit of a refund, and we're not going to use them going forward. So I had to figure out the kind of potty area situation. So okay guys, I'm just gonna call. I saw someone just walk in, so let me call and see what goes down. So 1 second. Alright guys, so we are in the office. This is my first time actually being in the vet with him. So he's a bit skittish as per usual, but he's doing pretty good. So reasons why we left our previous vet. So it's kind of a lot of small things that kind of just added up to like, okay, I need to go somewhere else. So first, when Jack was a puppy before I got Kratos, she was eating something in the backyard and suddenly got like really bad diarrhea, horrible gas. And so I called the vet to say, hey, you know, can I come in so we can figure out what's wrong with her? And the response of the receptionist was to be like, yeah, we can come in and give you some preventative to help, you know, manage the issue. And that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because like I didn't want to manage it, you know. I want to get it resolved. Like she had, you know, had diarrhea for only a couple days, and it's not natural. It wasn't like her diet didn't change at all, her food didn't change at all. And so I was just clearly kind of put off by that. I was like, no, like that is something that will make you guys a lot more money, but would not help my dog in the slightest. So I'm like, so that's why I got the tether, my original tether anyway, not the new one I have now, in order to keep her from getting into the doctor. And that worked perfectly. We haven't had any issues since then. I still have no clue what she got into, but yeah. So the second thing, Kratos. So when Kratos was younger, he got an upper respiratory infection. And I was freaking out because I thought he was going to heart failure. For you guys who might not know, when I first got Kratos, he had a bit of a heart murmur, which I was told was pretty normal for large breed puppies, and we will actually see today if they hear it, because the other vet said that it was gone, well, which we'll get to that. So basically, anyway, he was coughing and stuff, and I thought he was having heart failure. So we rushed him to the vet, and from there, they had checked him out and said, hey, it looks like it's just his lungs. He seems to have some type of infection. But on the plus side, his heart murmur's gone. So I was just super excited about that. And we came back again checked out for his respiratory infection after he was on the medication for a while. They said again, oh yeah, his stuff is his heart murmur's gone. So I was super excited about that. So later, because I was going to get Kratos' ears cropped. But the thing with ear cropping is that they need to be put on to do it humanely, which is the only way you should do it. You are going to do it. They have to put him under, right? They would have to put him under. And so I was like, yeah, he had a heart problem, but the vet said, well, I had to go to a different vet for the ear cropping. Not all vets can do it, or not all dog vets will do it, because there's a controversy behind it. But anyway, so he is. So they're like, yeah, we will need to get records showing that he has no heart murmur. So I'm like, cool. So I called the vet, asked him to send the records over, and I said, yeah, sure, we will. And then the other vet, the ear cropping vet, got the information. It's like, it still says that he has a heart murmur. And I'm like, what's going on? So first I called his other vet that we went to, and I'm like, oh, well, we don't see any record of his heart murmur getting better. Why don't you come back in for another appointment and we can verify that? So I'm just like, oh, are you serious? And I am not oh, stinky boy. He has gas. So anyway, but yeah, I was just like, are you serious? Like, you're just getting more money from me? On top of that, later, when he was ready for puppy class, oh, poor cutie. When he was ready for puppy class, I went to get his vet records. Oh, stinky boy. That's him too, by the way. No, she would come here, I think he pooped. But anyway, and so, went to go get his vet records, and I'm like, oh, well, it doesn't look like he has his left foot vaccine. Well, he can get that done. I'm like, wait, that doesn't make any sense. I felt like he did it. And so luckily I had the receipts sent to me via email, and so I went back and I saw, lo and behold, like back in March or February, he had gotten his lepto vaccine. I'm just like, what? It's not, I don't know why it's not on your record, but he got the vaccine I paid for on this day. And they looked back on their records, I guess they actually had the receipts. I'm like, oh yeah, he did, okay, never mind, he doesn't need anything. And they updated his records, and he was fine. But that also put me the wrong, like seriously, again with the whole coming back to do something that you guys apparently have already did, a little bit irritating, very irritating. And then the final straw was yesterday. Basically I was out for a walk with Jack, and they called me about about Kratos' pee urine sample for his issue. And but I was on a walk, so I missed the call. So, but I listened to the message and say, oh yeah, his urine thing is totally fine. He's totally healthy, you're good. I was like, I had a question about that. So when I got home, I called him like, that doesn't make any sense. He is peeing blood, like he is dripping blood from his little area, before and after he pees. And I'm like, oh, okay, like hold on, let me go talk to the doctor. It's the receptionist guy. And then he came back and he's like, okay, well, the actual proper protocol is to do the pee sample and to come in for an appointment. And so you need to do both. That's a proper procedure. And so you need to come in and make an appointment. And like, I was having a bad day yesterday anyway, but that particularly rubbed me the wrong way. It's just like, why wouldn't you tell me that beforehand so I can make an appointment sooner? You didn't tell me until after the fact, after you guys knew, or that the pee sample was negative. Like, I'm just like, that doesn't make any sense to me. It seems like you're just trying to cover your tracks and just get me to come in. Like, what are they going to do when I come in? Are they going to ask for another urine sample?
are they gonna just like make me come in for the visit and pay for it and just ask for the same information I could have done at home? So like I was just like okay, okay, like this vet is closer to me and everything, but otherwise I was just kind of really tired of all the stuff that's going down. So long story short, that is over here. New.
Hello everyone. You better get back. So Kratos was a bad boy. He was okay at first when it was just the women. I guess the female. I don't know what they identify as. Of course, the female veterinarians or the vet techs or the students or whatever they were. He was fine with them, but then the actual doctor was a male, and he did not enjoy that too much. I actually never have heard of him having this issue beforehand. So I think it might just be in regards to just because like I'm there, possibly, but I'm not sure. If he was any younger, I might maybe still will do like a dog daycare. But we'll see, just so he can get out and be exposed to more than just me. Because like I said, I work from home, you guys. I've been at home for basically his entire life. So the boy does not know anything else, nobody else, and so it's a bit difficult for him. Okay, anyway, I stand corrected. So apparently it is not a UTI. They actually believe it might just be a wound to his little area. I find that hard to believe. But it's either a wound or prostate. They said that he's way too young to even have prostate problems at this age. But the reason I find that hard to believe is because they said that he probably got hurt, but it just seems weird because I personally didn't notice him bleeding until Saturday, and the last time him and Jack were playing was almost over 2 weeks ago now. It'll be 2 weeks officially on Saturday. So he had not been playing longer than before he actually got involved with, sorry you guys are looking at his back. Oops. Until he actually got involved. Maybe he did something because the Kratos is always trying to climb up on something, so possibly he did something like that. You guys notice that he hops over that gate, which I haven't noticed him like per camera or anything else do it, but there's definitely times when I'm not watching him on the camera. So maybe in that instance he jumped over it and then miscalculated and hurt his little wee. But basically they say it's a wound. Okay, let me just open doors. It's actually not a hot day today. But Booney Tony's going through some stress apparently. So he's a bit of a bad boy barking. Like he was fine until then, and after the doctor left, he decided that he was just gonna bark at each and every noise that happened. And I was just super embarrassed. So he got a whole bunch of leash corrections, but we'll get over it. We'll go out more. Anywho, so yeah, that's what's going on with this little boy now. So I actually they recommended an e-collar, and I do have one. I actually don't know if it would fit. Probably should fit. But we're going to put that on him. I actually don't know if it's going to keep him from licking his little pita weeder, to be completely honest. But maybe I will. We'll find out. But yeah, so they basically think that it's a wound, like somewhere on the inside of his Peter. And first of all, it's going to take longer because it's a moist area, just like your mouth or inside your nose or whatever. It's a moist area, so it's going to take longer to heal. But he thinks that because he keeps licking it, it's just not being allowed to heal completely. And also, since it's not gushing blood, he's also not really worried about it. But they said give it 5 days, and if he is not healed by then we can worry about it. But anyway, guys, so we're about to go home, put this cone on, and I'll talk to you guys in a minute. Bye. We are home. So Kratos has the cone of shame on his head. I do feel like it's too small. I don't actually know who's going to keep him from licking it. We'll see how he does on it, but I am going to go ahead and get a larger one because I'll just need it in general. He's looking very sad, but like I said, he made me embarrassed with all this barking. Oh, excuse me. Well, he's not a bad dog, but like I said, he's getting to the age, structure. He's getting to the age where basically he's going through a change, he's starting to feel like a man, right? And so he's just going to be acting out and things like that. So like I said, we'll just be taking him out more. I won't go out tomorrow with him. I actually kind of want him to be healed completely, but tomorrow is Jack's day. I actually really need to work on with her more because Kratos does fairly well going new places on leash. Jack is just super excited, does a bunch of pulling, and I do want to work with her on it before we go to the dog swimming class. That's not gonna be this weekend, but the weekend afterwards. And just simply because I want to walk both of them. So anyway, so we'll be working on training and stuff with them, so that'll be exciting. But yeah, I am gonna order a better cone because that cone I could fit it on, but you're supposed to be able to fit it over his head. Like, so you can actually undo it, which is why the only reason why it does fit. I can undo it and it comes apart and I can fit over his head that way. But it is too small. Like, I don't actually know if that's going to help. Maybe it'll just be in the way just enough for him to leave his little Peter alone, but it's just not going to work as it should. So it kind of needs to be kind of over his nose, possibly. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm gonna get a big one anyway, because it's definitely still smaller, but we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, I mean, that's basically it. So like I said, I do stand corrected. So the vet that I was going to before was correct. But like I said, I was just kind of pushed. Like, of course, besides the other things that happened with that vet, just kind of rubbed me the wrong way that they tried to make it seem like I need to do both the urine sample and come in when they hadn't told me that beforehand. It was like after they realized, like, oh, you sent us a sample because there's blood. Like, there's blood coming out of his leader. Okay, well now we want you to come in. It's just like, I told you guys that before. So it's just like they didn't make notes or something. Like, they're just super disorganized. Anyway, regardless of the fact, this is gonna be our vets going forward for a while. I was actually hoping that I could take Jack and Kratos to the vet, but Jack doesn't actually need to go for a very long time. Not until next year. She's up to date on basically everything, unless for some reason she gets sick. Well, I guess she will be getting spayed soon, so maybe they want to come see her. Maybe they would want her to come in. I'll actually ask. But yeah, that's basically it. Nothing else going on. Him and the Paquitos are out here chilling. I am going to start correcting him on his barking, because he's been doing a lot of barking outside the house, and I've been pretty much okay with it. But like I said, at the vet, he did not want to shut up. Like, he did not want to shut up. I actually had to put him in submission posture in front of folks, because he just would. I would start talking to them, he'd be like, woo, or whatever. It's like, boy, no. And then, like I said, like after that, the guy didn't come back after he came in and said what he needed to say, which is fine. But from then on out, every little noise, Creature's just like, nope, bark, 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 bark. So, little boy, we need some work. But I'm not, I mean, I was going to take the cone off anyway, but like, I'm feeling a bit vindictive because little boy acted like he didn't have any type of training. Okay, but anyhow, so, yeah, I mean, that's basically it. I don't want to keep this video going on too long. So enjoy. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything else I need to add, but I don't think there is. I will be posting another video probably tomorrow morning, or maybe tonight, I don't know, of just Jack, so if you guys want an update on her, since you guys don't really see her too often. Cutie. Is the cone distracting me, man? You can't make the jump no more. You probably shouldn't be jumping over things in the first place. It's probably, I mean, I haven't seen him get hurt, but so he likes to climb on top of stuff, so which is why I'm confused. Pop, little Billy goat. Anyway, guys, I'm not gonna keep you guys any longer. I know this has been a bit of a mosh posh mess, but yeah, thanks for joining us. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.